As I learned that, Juan was going to step down, I really wanted to do something more than just coach, the men's. I wanted to try and see, make both programs, take what he did and make it, take it to the next level. So we put together a plan and that we felt could work. I wouldn't be able to do it without the coaches that I have this year, and Mike Rath, Augie Cassis, and having Travis, one of the players that has played for me and did tremendously well, a part of this coaching staff. So without them, it really wouldn't have been possible. But once I knew that the three of them were on board and willing to do it, and really taking this step in the direction not just for us and the soccer program, but for the school in general. We want to get the school known. We want to be out there. We don't just want to be known in Sussex County or northern New Jersey. We want to be known, around the United States, and that's our goal, and that's what we're striving to do here.
Just take us a little bit inside on the logistics. How do you run practice? Who goes to the road games, or do you go to all the games? Just give us an idea of the logistics of this.
So we practice. We made sure that the girls are out of class at a certain time, and then the guys are out of class at a certain time. So the girls usually practice from, the first practice, they'll practice from 1 to 2:30, and then the guys follow that from 2:30 to 4. So we don't, all four coaches are at both practices, which really helps, allows us to focus, on our defensive scheme, our offensive scheme, goalkeeping training, all that stuff. So all the little things that kind of helps us break down practice and get more out of our players. So during the practices and everything, it's definitely worked out even better. We're definitely improving our players on a higher level, which is what we want, and helping them, prepare them even more, not just here, but we want them to move on, want them to play at the next level. So for that, it's been, a good transition. For games, it's a little bit more difficult. We kind of take, a good even split here with what games that I'll attend, but for the most part, Mike is just on the women's side and Augie's just on the men's side, and Travis and I kind of go back and forth and float from game to game. So this week has been nice because they play on separate days, except for Thursday. So tomorrow we'll play, but on the guys' side. But only a couple games really conflicted, which was good. And next year we're going to take that one step further and try to help that, so that none of the games conflict. I mean, I'm sure there'll always be one, but, we're going to really look to make sure that we keep the men and women on different sides.
That brings me to my next question. This isn't a one-year experiment. This is something that you're going to be doing if in the near future?
Yeah, I'm looking to, continue this and bring it back next year as well, and, take it one step further and just keep, progressing. Obviously, on the women's side this year, we want to go one step further than being regional champions, and on the men's side, we want to finally get to be the champions, being so close last year.
Just talk about, you're an SCCC guy. You played on successful teams here as a player. You've built up and taken the programs here to a new level. Talk about how much pride you have in this school that you did step up and say, you know what, we need a coach. I'm doing both, because you're a Skylander.
Yes, it's a part of who I am. It's not just something I do. And like you said, I take an extreme amount of pride in it because it's my work. It's who I am. So I think that's a big part of life and bringing that to the team and bringing that to the players. You're not gonna be able to play soccer for the rest of your life. So taking pride in what you do is a big part of how we get more out of our players here at Sussex as well. I'm very excited to have been able to give this opportunity, and I really want to make the most out of it. Not for the college, but for the whole county in general.